Hi everyone, welcome to this data annotation course. I'm your instructor, and today we're diving into the first part of the material. Hope you're ready.
Some voice
Let's
data
get
needs
started.
to label speaker information like gender, age,
This
accent,
presentation
etc.
focuses on Chapter 5
segment
speech data
contains multiple
annotation.
speakers' voices.
We'll start
Mark
with
the
an
above
introduction to
attributes for
speech
each
data
speaker
annotation,
separately,
which
and
is part of the
identify them as
Artificial
Speaker 1,
Intelligence
Speaker
Technology
2,
Application
etc.
Core Course Series textbooks.
Then, we'll provide an overview of speech data annotation, look at typical open-source speech data annotation tools, understand the overall process of voice data labeling, explore diversified voice data labeling projects, summarize the chapter, and end with homework and exercises. Speech data annotation tasks come in various forms. Their characteristics can be analyzed from different aspects. Firstly, based on smart application scenarios, it can be categorized into smart home, smart conference, smart customer service, smart vehicle, etc. Secondly, according to the research direction of speech signal processing, we have speech recognition, speech synthesis, speaker recognition, emotion recognition, speech separation, etc. Thirdly, considering the distance between the sound source and the pickup, it can be divided into near-field speech and far-field speech. Fourthly, in terms of speech duration, there are short speech and long speech. Fifthly, according to the difficulty level, it can be simple, medium, or high difficulty. Sixthly, based on accent, it includes Mandarin, dialects, Mandarin with local accents, etc. Also, voice data labeling tasks related to minor languages and foreign languages require professionals with relevant backgrounds, increasing the task difficulty. This part specifically focuses on the classification of labeling tasks. During the voice data labeling process, it's crucial to identify and select abnormal data to ensure the purity of the labeled data. Some common speech abnormalities are as follows. Frame loss occurs when, during voice recording, the pronunciation gets stuck due to audio equipment issues. For example, if there's no sound within 0.1 seconds in a voice segment and then it returns to normal, that's called drop frame. Cutting happens when, during recording, individual characters are truncated because of early ending or late starting, resulting in incomplete pronunciation. Swallowing is when the speaker pronounces incompletely due to the incomplete pronunciation of initials or finals of individual characters. Mic spray means the recorded voice is unclear, like a popping sound, because the speaker is too close to the microphone. Stress refers to the situation where two or more speakers with similar volumes and large overlap are present in the voice, making it hard to distinguish the primary and secondary. Empty sound is the echo in the pronunciation caused by an open surrounding environment during recording. Reverberation, different from echo, is the sound formed by the superposition of speech after multiple reflections and refractions. Usually, such abnormal voice data is considered invalid. When dealing with multi-paragraph long speech like speeches or meeting minutes, annotators need to intercept multiple speech segments. Here are some things to note. First, consider semantic coherence and try to intercept the speaker's whole sentence. If a whole sentence is longer than 8 seconds, component sentences can be intercepted. On average, each speech segment is about 5 to 6 seconds. Second, the best position for each time boundary should be at the lowest point of the voice waveform diagram. Third, intercept the voices of different speakers into separate segments. Fourth, try to keep 0.2 to 0.3 seconds of silence before and after the intercepted segment, but don't force it if there isn't enough. Fifth, avoid sudden noise as much as possible. To do this, the reserved silence time can be shortened, but no sound cutting should occur. Sixth, if there's only one word answer like oh, yes, it doesn't need to be made into an independent segment. Seventh, if the speaker reads a sentence wrong first, and then repeats it correctly after a pause, only intercept the correct one. When marking voice data, unqualified invalid voice segments should be explained and discarded. A piece of speech can be judged as invalid in the following cases. If it's read in a language other than the prescribed one, like if it should be in Indian English, but is in Chinglish. If the whole segment has no speaker's voice, just noise or silence. If the segment has strong background noise covering the speaker's voice. If the speaker's voice is too small to hear clearly. If the speaker speaks too fast, causing unclear or swallowed pronunciation. If the speaker pauses word by word with each pause exceeding 1 second. If the speaker's tone is exaggerated and reads in a strange way. If there are abnormalities like cut sound, swallowed sound, frame drop, mic spray, accent, etc. If there are empty sound or reverberation affecting speech clarity. The most important part of voice data labeling is the transcription of voice content. The principle is what you hear is what you write, meaning the transcribed text must be identical to the speaker's pronunciation. Specific requirements include, for vocabulary, it should be exactly the same as the heard pronunciation without extra, missing, or misspelled words. For interjections, use the standard spelling format and transcribe according to the correct pronunciation. Transcribe all numbers into text as pronounced, not in Arabic numerals. Transcribe English in the voice into Chinese characters or English as appropriate. Use the correct punctuation marks like for declarative sentences, for interrogative sentences, and for exclamatory sentences. Transcribe other symbols into corresponding Chinese characters or English according to pronunciation. In some cases, identify the noise in the voice segment. In some case, identify the noises in the voice segment generally divided into 4 categories and an SPT. For voice research such as speech synthesis and speaker recognition, speaker information is a vital feature. So, some voice data needs to label speaker information like gender, age, accent, etc. If a speech segment contains multiple speakers' voices, mark the above attributes for each speaker separately and identify them as speaker 1, speaker 2, etc.